So we've just been to the Norwich Toy and Train Fair and picked a few bits up. Some model weeping willow trees, £1 each. Some knock figures, they was quite a good price at £2. Detailing kit for in white metal for the tender. Some Hornby couplings, and I think these are the ones that go on the Pullman coaches. And then one of these little free kits that were in a magazine. Well, that lot come to £11. And Ford Cortina, £4. Some operating signals, a £5. Over here we have some like wheels or plastic card sheets. There's 2 big strips in each bag. And another wagon, £7. That one a £5. He had them up at £2 each. He charged me £15 for the lot, so I didn't think that was too bad. And the track, he had a big bundle, and as you can see there's some full length there, which I think came at £13.50, £1.50 a length. Then he had a load of good size flexi track, but they're obviously shorter. He was doing them £1 a length. So as you can see, there's a good bundle there. I haven't counted them there, but I ended up, £13.50 for the long ones, and we called it £25 for the lot. Certainly a damn sight cheaper than it is on eBay. So all that track was 25, so it worked out £13.50 for the 9 lengths, which are full length flexi track. Those ones there are the rigid Hornby and Pico sections, and then we've got some flexi here, so the rest of that stood me £11, which there's 15 odd pieces there without counting those, so we're in. So I'm going to work out how many feet extra that gives me and add that to my grand total and see how much track I've got now. Well, I've been waiting for these to come down in price, and they finally broke, and I got these for £7.99 I think. I bought one from Amazon a couple of years ago, the very same Velleman kit, for £5 plus the postage. So originally they were asking £10 plus a £5, so I thought it was a bit steep. Last time I checked for these kits, they'd doubled the price of them on Amazon, but they've now, in the UK at any rate, stopped selling them. So what these are is just a simple little, these are an ideal kit to get you started with projects and soldering, and you can use it as a model railway project. If you look there, the board is a mirror image of itself. What it is for is obviously a board mounted LED. I think it's a red one that comes with it. Let me see if I can undo it. So that's what you're building. Now obviously you can remove the LEDs and add wires so that the control bit is separate from the LEDs. So if you are an American railroader and you want to build some flashing grade crossings, there's your control system. You can adjust these pots to make the lights flash at a different rate. It's a very simple circuit. You can literally find this sort of circuit online just without a board. You can literally join the components using their legs. But it's a good starter project to get you going. Now I had bought one of these with the intention of doing a video, because a lot of people find soldering a bit of a black art, and it's really not. I started soldering when I was about 10 or 11, fixing the old 9-volt medium wave long wave pocket radios, because everyone used to have these 9-volt batteries connectors, and the wires would snap off, or the terminal piece that fitted on the battery would fall to bits. And I used to buy the little packs of these from Tandy's or Radio Shack if you're in America, and repair them for a few bob. So yeah, I might do one of these as a kit on, the light stopped shining on it, to try and break the black art of soldering. Now I ended up showing a bigger, more comprehensive kit than this to a prospective employer who needed someone with soldering skills, and got the job, and ended up spending 10 years making components for Ministry of Defence contractors, making covert antennas, antenna coils, tuning coils, filters, chokes, bits for lighting systems, for a company in Scotland, train detection systems, little components and modules that go in various boards and stuff, and various hush-hush projects for the, well, we don't know, you just had to make a component in a rush. A lot of it was prototypical, and I'd make stuff on lathes and things like that, make coils, but soldering was a sort of secondary job to it, and a lot of tinning, which was very laborious, but not so much circuit board work. But yeah, I did spend 10 years soldering and tinning, so yeah, if anyone's interested in me sort of trying to clear a table and do an overhead camera, I can't really do that with these cameras because they weigh like 500 grams, so I have to try and use my little poor man's GoPro. So let's move on to the next bit from the same seller. We'll move the kit out of the way, and again, this was something I'd spotted, but it was a little bit more than I wanted to pay when you add the postage on. But it's an American kit, as you can probably tell by the flat roof. I don't know why flat roofs are quite so keen in the US, but it's a deeper than I expected, although I appreciate that it is supposed to be a cinema. Or a theatre. A picture house. No showing Gone with the Wind. Free baked beans included. So anyway, yeah, it appealed to me. It also came with these additional bits they threw in, which are sort of like some period wall mounted lights. They do tend to stick out a bit further than you'd really want for HO00 scale, but obviously trying to get that radius curve doesn't go according to plan when you try and do them tighter. And a couple of Chinese street lights. So they threw them in. This was £10. I think £5 or £6 postage, but combining the two I only paid £6 postage for the lot. And there's a few details that needed re-gluing. There's a little minor bit of damage there to the capping stones and the wall, but and the roof's a bit loose, but nothing major that a little thin bit of plastic weld won't sort out, and the ladder's got to be reattached there, or for the fire escape and things like that. But and I will probably paint this brickwork and redo it, and we need to find a new signage there, and obviously we can use a couple of these lamps, if I get them in shot would help, to go on the top of the actual detailed ones. I think one of the snapped off ones is there, so the downlighters, we can use them, and maybe have it as a little seedy back alley with some garbage pans there, and couple of guys up to no good in the shadows, so we say. Who knows? But yeah, that will feature somewhere on the build. Take two. So a subscriber reached out to me. They've watched a few of my videos and know that I'm in the market for some Hornby MGRs, and he got in contact with me and said he had some to sell, which is even better. What's even better is they weren't Hatton's prices, so we negotiated a quick deal, and some money was exchanged, and hopefully they're in this box. Let's have a look. Here we are. I won't bore you with the unwrapping. Let's just cut to the main event. So put a little bit of light on, and even though it's daytime, it's still a bit dingy in here. So we've got 4 of the new style ones, and then we go to a KD fitting. So this one's got tension lock and KD the other end, as you can see. That's the graffiti one, and then we just got the Communal Garden R249s, which are all converted to KD. So what I'll do is obviously just bring them in a rake, and just put another tension lock on the end of one of them, just to carry on with another full rake. So I've got to have a count up, see how many I've acquired now, because I've got another 4 from, I don't know whether it's in this video or the previous one, plus the ones I picked up in the sale over at Spalding. So well, I haven't got a target amount, but a general idea. So I think I probably need a few more for a power station, or not power station, well, that's the idea where it will be going. So we'll have, I'm thinking possibly the Walthers coal mine loading scene, and obviously I think that's 2 or 3 bays, so there'll be some sidings with empties or fulls ready to depart, going off to the other side of the layout, and maybe there'll be a power station where obviously they would be dumping their coal. Obviously they're not going to be full scenes because you just couldn't model that amount of acreage that a power station or a coal mine takes up, but that would be the general idea. So there'll be lots of coal hoppers going from one place to another with their coal loads, so I will need a few. So get a little bit closer to that target. So thanks to Brian, well received, all safe and sound. Obviously you know that because I've just sent you a message, but obviously time you see this video it's probably going to be 3 or 4 weeks after the event.